Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite game of the month, and I'm back with a little bit more Agents of Mayhem. We're going to jump in here, try a little bit more of this Solitaire component prototype out that they are getting ready to release for the Agents of Mayhem miniatures game. And also, if you do like miniatures games, I will be having more of them on for you guys here soon. The second core space playthrough is coming up. I finally got all that stuff prepped up, a few special things lined up there. Got a Vampires miniatures game coming up as well. So a lot of good stuff as far as miniature solitaire gameplay coming up for you guys. All right, so we left off. We just had the agents run through. They're the ones that are operating off the solitaire deck over here, but they'd had their turn. So now we are going back to my guys, Legion. All right, so remember on the first turn, we don't draw a card. Now we are going to draw a card. So we'll hit our draw phase. And I'm going to put this next to whichever board I decide to activate. And I don't think it's going to be my main guy, although I should probably just bring him on. But we'll probably do one of these Hell Troopers. Remember, there is a special one in the first scenario, the one that we're playing through here. But we're not including him. We're just focusing on the solitaire component of the game right now. So let's put the card here to signify that we are going to activate a Hell Trooper. Now we have to decide what he's going to do. If I conduct an attack, I can have up to 2 others attack. So I can have 3 of these guys conduct the attack, but none of them are on the board yet. It's just hard getting these guys on the board. I wish I could do just like a mad rush. Bring them all on, but they get a free 3-point maneuver. Let me think. Honestly, if it were up to me, I would change the rule on this to when a board's activated, maybe 2 units instead of just 1 unit from the board can move on at a time, because it's just so hard to get your troops on the board, really. So let's just grab one of these little screwballs over here. Now he's going to get the 3 free movement points, and we've got to decide what else we're going to do with him. I'm probably going to have him do a move, a reposition, which would give him 9. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see and cover the camera. 9 and then 2 up and 3 over as far as jump is concerned. If I did that, so that's a total of 12 movement points with some wonky jumpy stuff going on. And I might be able to conduct an attack depending on where I get to, if I can get to the right spot. Because I'm thinking maybe I come in over here because I can go up to, so if I go back here, around the back of the building, right? Come running up, boom, jump up 2, in through this window, or door, not sure which, and then I've got plenty of movement points to run up, and we'll get to this edge right here and conduct an attack as well, so I can fire down on dummy, just so I got an attack going, just so you guys can see it. All right, so let's account for the cubes that we are spending. All right, so we're spending 1 green for the movement, and we're going to spend 1 yellow for the attack. And I don't think I'm going to aim it because I'm within 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I'm exactly 5 away. So that puts me in red range, but I only roll 1 die. But I'm getting a bonus because of the height, but he's getting a bonus because of the defense. So it's pretty much me rolling 1 red die. And I don't think, well, no, I want to save that yellow because I've only got 1 other yellow with it. So let's take a look at this real quick. All right, and for those of you who don't know, we'll do a quick one-over again real quick about how the dice work. The dice are yellow, or white, yellow, red, with red being the best, yellow medium, white being the worst. And basically, as you get bonuses, you get to increase the dice and then add dice. And as you get penalties, you remove dice and weaken the dice, okay? So right now, looking at it, I'm firing at his front, right, down onto him. But since I am above, technically I get 2 upgrades. But since he has this little red shield icon there, he has 2 defenses, right? So he doesn't get any bonus against me. I don't get any bonus against him. The attack really doesn't get changed all that much. So I just get to roll what I have, which is unfortunately just one red die. I'm trying to decide, can I get anything else? But the thing with these guys is the Hell Troopers is they don't get a lot of dice individually because you want them to fire in groups. If you remember on the card where it shows you conducting this attack action, it has that little +2 little icon next to it. That means up to 2 other Hell Troopers could conduct that attack. So if I had 2 other Hell Troopers who had lines of sight, they could attack as well. And that's where you're going to get your multiple dice, because the Mayhem characters, most of their attacks have 2-3 dice associated with them naturally. The Hell Troopers want a quantity of troops firing all at the same time. But we're not as focused on the rules of the game as we are just showing the basics. So my other dice tower is off to the side, so we'll use this one. All right, so let's grab our little red die here, which is our good one. Let's tilt down and roll and see what we get. Anything? Whoop. Let's turn it a little bit so it doesn't go rolling off the table. All right, we got a hit. That is good. I'll take the hit, which I think that's the aimed hit as well. Yeah, that's an aimed hit. So if I'd aimed, I would have got a bonus on top of it. Oh! It's not the end of the world. Yeah, right here it shows your little aimed bonuses, so you can gain extra damage or action cubes or all this other type of good stuff if you pay for it. So I would have gotten one more hit across had I had that. Okay, so since we did one little hit up here to Hollywood, we'll take off one of his little shield counters. Remember, shields first, then armor, and then the red wound cubes start piling in there across it. So, hey, it's not too bad. All right, so since we've already taken care of that, that's my activation. We'll stop there since he did a main action. He's finished at this point. I could do more add-ons, but I don't really have any other add-ons that I want to use right now. I want to wait till we get some more of those guys on the board. So we're going to take a look at this. All right, I had to remind myself whether that icon was refresh cube or deploy reinforcement. So they do get their cubes back. Let's see. This one will get a green cube back, and there's nothing else to add. And this guy hasn't activated, so he doesn't get to add anything back. They could get shields, but the troopers do not have shields. I mean, technically they've got shields built onto their cards, but no shield cubes to worry about, and he's not missing any shields. So the one other thing is that reinforcement cube, which could go to them. And the thing is, they need green and yellow. You can tell down here at the bottom. We'll go for a green cube since both of them need it. So if one of them dies, we can use it regardless. So when the card up there pops up with the reinforcement thing, that's when you can add reinforcements to the board, and you're going to pay that cost. So you want to keep adding these cubes up, and you basically respawn them as far as game terms are concerned. So let's pop over to what we're really looking forward to here. Now we can get into the Mayhem Solitaire proper. Remember, we're going to do our refresh card first, and then we're going to do our orders card. So our refresh card is fewest cubes. Now this is pretty much going to dictate that Hollywood is going to be the one that can't activate, because fewest cubes, bam, he already has the fewest cubes. He's the only one that is missing cubes. So we are already done. We know that it's going to be Hardtack or Our Lady Misfortune down here that are going to activate based on this. So that's all the card does. All right, the refresh card, it only narrows you down to 2 boards. Remember that. So now when we get over to our orders deck, we burn one. I remembered it. And then we draw one. So it's the first one that can accomplish an order is the one that's activated. Now it says mission focus, and the mission focus is to get high. That's where we're at right now on our mission focus. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, that's not going to affect them. They're already both at the level of height that's not going to require them to move. They're already at level 3, so they're good as far as that's concerned. Don't have to worry about that. So let's look at the next order, which is unit focus. Well, let's take a look. Hardtack's unit focus is to operate as gadget, blah, blah, blah. He wants to create fall damage. Now, Hardtack might just be able to do this. Let's take a look. His Teleharpoon has a range, red range of 6, yellow of 9, white of 12. He gets to roll 1 die. Any hit, you can move the target to a space in front of any agent. I could have him move to a space in front of these agents, and she was facing out this way. I must have bumped her, so I'll just turn her back. But regardless, they're facing out this way. If he hits him with his Teleharpoon, he could move him over to here and have him fall down, creating that. So we know now that we are definitely going to activate Hardtack. He gets to operate first because he can do the unit focus, right? So let's put the refresh card next to him. Get these cubes out of the way. And the orders card. There's a lot of extra cards to deal with, but that's to be expected with a Solitaire module. So you just got to deal with it. All right, now Teleharpoon, range of 6 to red. Let's see if we can get that at 6. All right, I got to come up and count this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he is 5 squares. I want to say hexes, squares away from this guy. So that's going to work. So he can hit him with his Teleharpoon with red, but he does have red shielding. So that's going to be 2 because this corner counts as red when fired across. Now the red here is not going to count against Hardtack, but that is, well, let me think. He'd have to roll a white because he only gets 1 die. Yeah, I think we're going to have him do it, though, because he does have the chance to do it. So that's going to be his first action, and he's looking for a hit, right? And it will cause the target to move to a space in front of any agent and take a stun marker. So he'd be stunned and potentially fall damage. So let's do this. Unfortunately, that is getting reduced because, like I said, he's protected. He counts as protected where he's at right now. The protection negates, well, they're at the same height. So there's no height bonus, there's no flank bonus. The only thing is protection. So 2 down. Hardtack starts with this because of the range, and then 2 drops. First drop would be to yellow. Second drop would be to white. So that's what he's getting ready to roll. We'll spend his blue cube to do it, and he just needs to roll hit. Any hit will do. That's a blank. So whiff. All right, no joy, no love for Hardtack, but that's cool. That works for me. All right, red range bonuses. He wants to attack, but he's going to be required. Let me get this to focus. Focus, damn you. Focus, camera. Oh, no, I do not know why I'm not getting this thing to focus. So we'll just zoom it back a little bit so you guys can see it, and then I'll zoom in on it. The fact that these are bolded, right, means that it's a requirement. He would, to conduct his attack, it would have to be at red range, and it would have to be 4+ bonuses, which means height advantage and a flank attack. No, he does not have that, and he would first go for unshielded targets. Next, if he is in danger, he will move, and I don't think he's going to count as in danger because there's someone with a shot at him, but not with any bonuses. And there has to be like a flank bonus or a height bonus. So at least a couple of penalties against him. So he does not count as that yet. He will attack protected. Okay, so if he's protected, which he is, and the closest range, 2+ group. Okay. Because he can make the second attack. That's not going to work either. Damn. All right, so he's going to move then. Lowest. Well, these not being bolded means they don't have to be there. They want to be there, but they don't have to be there. Lowest, in danger, not guarded. So he wants to move to a spot that's protected, highest in flanking. Well, that's not a horrible idea, but he's already pretty high. Let me look for a second, see what we're going to do. We might just move him over towards the building so he can try to get onto these guys. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. And it's kind of a judgment call as well on top of it. I'm going to have him move and do an attack. Okay, so we're going to move and sprint. So, oh no, he can only do one. He can only do one. That's okay. It'll put him in the position to where he's flanking the enemy. Oh, I forgot this was a main action, not a add-on action. You can't do two that have that symbol right there. So he's going to do these two here. He will spend 2 green cubes. And basically, he's going to run up and run across and jump up. And he's going to jump in through this little window right over here. And see if I can get... It's a little harder when you're holding the camera to get these things. Oh, I was going to have him shoot him from behind and do it here. Damn, it would have been better if he had teleharpooned him from here because he would have had advantages. And the advantage, let's see, he would have been red and throwing flank, so he would have an extra yellow die. So he would have rolled a red and yellow die versus a white die if he made the attack from here. Oh, that sucks. Oh, well. But that puts him in a flanking position onto this Hell Trooper, and I definitely am probably not going to be activating the Hell Trooper next because I want them to get cubes back. So it gives the AI a chance, and I kind of want to see if the AI, what they're going to do. Are they going to activate him again, even though he's short on cubes? And they probably won't, because the next person to activate will be Miss Fortune because she has the most cubes left. So speaking seriously about the AI, I know based on these refresh cards that he's not going to activate. Maybe something to think about as far as the prototype is concerned. I'll have to put that into the feedback, adjustments. But that's what those little words are there on for the card, like what they're going to look for if they're in danger, targets, things like that. So we're going to end him there. He's in a good spot to kill off that Hell Trooper. All right, so the others will gain this, which is going to be 2 cubes back. She's not missing any. They don't get any shields, but Hollywood can get a couple of green back. Let's see, cube there. No status effects. And what is the question again? Let's take a look real quick. Question is, that's the refresh symbol. Okay, and the positive status effect marker. So, yep, none of those will come into play. We can put that in our discard pile, and the AI has operated. So, yeah, right now, I gotta say, I'm liking the cards. They're a little bit harder to read than the Conflict of Heroes ones, but I think that's almost to be expected because of what's going on with them. There's so many more situations to take into account as far as these miniatures are concerned than Conflict of Heroes is going to be concerned with. And even though Conflict of Heroes does represent a 3D terrain, you guys can see I got it set up over there, the game that I've got in progress. It represents a 3D terrain, but this is much, much greater when it comes into 3D terrain. Pieces moving around the board, a lot of different things happening, plus the fact that the units have special powers and gadgets and abilities that they're trying to take into account. So I've got to say, I really like how this unit focus is being handled, right? Mission focus, this was telling him to get high. He was already high. Unit focus tells him to use his special gadget, which is a little teleharpoon. I like that. So they've got special orders on the cards to account for the fact that they have special abilities or conditions in the mission that they need to be going for under certain circumstances. So like I said, I think they're trying to account for as much as possible while keeping the cards generic enough that they can be used for each of the different missions. That's why they have cards that are specifically the orders cards, and then cards that are specifically mission cards, and then unit cards. So the unit cards can be used with all the missions, but the mission cards themselves can only be used for that mission itself. I wonder if they're going to include something like blank mission cards or have those where we can print it up to make our own missions. All right, let's go through one of my turns real quick. Depending on how long this takes, we'll see if we do Mayhems again. All right, let's see. We're getting more refresh stuff and shielding. They're not going to need. They're good. I might wait on him one more time and activate these guys so they can refresh. I definitely want the Hell Trooper to refresh. Like I said, I know I've got a turn before Hardtack is going to activate, so I know I don't have to worry about him just yet. But we'll see how the refresh card handles it. Do I want to move a Blitz Trooper on by chance? They've got better attacks, and I didn't mess with those guys too much. So let's go with a Blitz Trooper, just, for giggles. So let's grab one of these cool little Blitz Troopers. You see my crappy little paint jobs on these guys. I tried to get them close, but it's hard when they're this small to go for it. So I've got the 3 basic movement points, and I'm probably going to do the same thing again. Just sprint to get him on there. Maybe go for another objective. Try to flank the enemy. Something along those lines. So that will give him 12 movement points. And I can do an attack if maybe I get in range. So let's see. I've got 12 movement points. Where do we want to go? Well, I could run up next to this building. And I've got some jump. I've got 1 up. So I could maybe get over there. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can get him over to here. Or I can put him right up to there. Yeah, let's go for that. Definitely have the space to make it there. Remember that little divot there accounts for what direction they're pointing in. So, can I conduct an attack? I can conduct an attack. It's an add-on action. It is a yellow. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's yellow range. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I do not know why. I am sorry, guys. I am having focus issues with my camera this evening. I apologize. It might be part of the 3D terrain for the game. All right, so I get 2 yellow dice, but I'm flanking him, so that's 2 upgrades. But he has protection, which cuts out my 2 upgrades, so it's going to be 2 yellow dice. I probably will just go for my 2 yellow dice, and I will aim it this time. So we're going to spend the 2 yellow on top of the green. Did I already spend the green? Yeah, I already spent the green. All right, let's do this. We're going to conduct the attack. We're shooting over here. Like I said, we're at the same level, but he has the red protection, which negates the fact that I am flanking him, which he is facing this way. Always make sure you keep them turned the same way because flanking does matter in this game. All right, so 2 yellow dice. Oh, if I could have got the flank bonus on it, I would have had a red, a yellow, and a white to conduct this attack with. Oh, that would be so nice. All right, and we're aimed. So let's see if we get any little aim bonuses with this. Oh, we did. We did. That's a special. That's not going to do anything for us. That's a hit with an aimed bonus. So I could get a cube back if I wanted to do that, but I think I want to push through the extra damage. So that's 2 damage. We're going to count that onto Hollywood, which is going to take out his shield and his armor. And actually, this happened in our last game when I was playing Agents of Mayhem. Hollywood got chewed up, and he was the first one to take wound cubes. So yeah, we're going to tear him up. All right, since my camera's acting up a little bit, I'm going to pause here, and we will pick up with Mayhem's next turn and see if I can get this fixed up so the focus stops messing with me. But I think I've set up a good board state at this point to see how the AI reacts. And this is going to be interesting to see how the refresh cards are going to go with it, because now I've got multiples of theirs that are in danger. You see, I've got guys spread across the board. Hardtack up there is in definite danger. Or no, Hardtack isn't in danger. He has my guy in danger. But I could turn around and gun him down. So Hardtack has an easy kill, but Hollywood is the one in danger because he's currently flanked. So that makes an interesting situation. See which way it's going to go. Is the AI going to push to go for the kill? Is the AI going to push to try to get Hollywood in a better place since he's lost his shielding and his armor at this point? And I think that's part of where the lowest shields comes into play, since losing the shields counts as cubes, as well as actually using your cubes for your actions. So he's definitely going to be low on cubes because he's missing so many of his shields and armor. So we'll see how that plays out in the next video. Like I said, if you guys have any questions about the game or concerns about the Solitaire component, this is just a playthrough to show you guys how it's kind of shaping up at this point. Feel free to put your questions down below. If I don't know the answer, I will contact Academy Games and see if I can get answers for you. All right, you guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one.